Hello, I am Bentham and welcome back to Kingdoms and Castles in the bustling city of Dragonstone, where apparently Ruby 1 Kenobi has died of old age. Oh, and we've got a Viking attack! That's too soon. Okay, luckily it's from a side that we are still protected on. So yeah, what I was going to say is that last episode we got wrecked by the Vikings and learned a valuable lesson about actually making sure our defenses are up to date. We're still repairing the damage over here, everything's still a bit of a mess, but thankfully it looks like they're going straight for the most well-defended corner of our kingdom, so hopefully we should be okay. But we need to make sure that our soldiers are in position, and I think they're currently all positioned over here, because I didn't finish replenishing the troops. So what we'll do is we'll select this guy and recruit. And then we'll have those two join him, I think. Yep, there they go, I think. And then we'll send him out to the front line. This guy, he's just going to also have to go out to the front line, even if he doesn't have his troops back yet. There we go, off you go. Get in position. Over here, all the towers and stuff are fine. Everything is manned. We should be okay. And I don't see any ogres, so it seems like this might be one of those not-so-bad attacks. Just Vikings, which we can deal with arrows and armies and so on, without too much trouble. But, as we've learned, they can, at any time, have a proper attack where they send many, many ogres that can annihilate everything that stands in their way, and give us quite a run for our money. There's a ballista tower just shooting the ground near them. It's warning shots. It's warning them that if they come closer, they might actually start getting hit by the giant bolts raining from the sky. From our crazy tower that goes off into the clouds that you can't even see, unless you zoom out from above. Here we go, our armies are in position. Let's make sure they're in a better position. Because currently selecting them and controlling them in the pause menu is a little bit weird. I think there we go, we've sent him. You move over there as well. You defend on this side. They shall not pass. We shall hold the line. There we go. The main army can, I guess, deal with the main force as it arrives, and then we'll deal with any stragglers or people trying to sneak around with the other one. Oh, yep, there they go, trying to sneak. I'm not having it. You won't get past me that easily. There we go, that's them sorted. Oh, there's another group over there. Repositioned. These guys over here are they in the same square? Have I managed to actually get them to overlap? Or has one of the armies just straight up died? Possible that one's died. Oh, right. So if the general dies, then the entire force dies, which seems slightly unfair. Because then the enemy, because it also seems like the enemy will happily attack the general and not the army. And so they can just kill everyone with ease, whereas our troops will attack all the little soldiers and then the enemy generals. And there's a house on fire again! We haven't even... Oh, actually, we have rebuilt. No, we haven't rebuilt the last one yet, and already the next one is burning down. Please put it out. We built a new well just over there, and there's one right there. This should not burn down. Come on. There we go. It's okay this time. Yeah, enough of that. I'm fed up of houses burning down constantly. But yeah, all our armies just got completely murdered because the game is mean. That seemed completely unfair in how it went. So sure, let's hire some more generals and raise the entire army over again. We still can't queue them up to hire all three, so we'll have to keep coming back and clicking again. Let's start training soldiers in large numbers. 16 at a time. Yeah, that's, not happy with that. That seems just a bad mechanic. Well, anyway, I guess there's sort of a little bit of logic behind it in that what you want to do is make one general have loads of troops so that those troops are the ones fighting rather than the group surrounding him, thus putting him in danger. But still. Anyway, we need to switch this back on. I forgot about it after I switched it off to actually manage to build that hospital properly. Also, this over here has collapsed after, well, it got sort of punched to the ground by an ogre. 1, 2, 3. And a tower on top of that. And then we need to fix this over here. It's been pointed out that the reason they attacked this corner may have had something to do with the gates that I built that now allow them to get through. Even though they then just smashed down the walls anyway, the gates may have had something to do with why they chose this particular point to attack. So I should maybe get rid of those. Yeah, let's make sure we've got all our defenses up to date. Slightly bigger gap than normal there because we're going to have because that lines up with the middle of the map, so we'll have some nice gateways or whatever around there. And then over here it's a bit awkward because we can't line it up properly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the tower closer to the outside to be able to start shooting a bit sooner. Also, we need to fill in this section of the walls here. All the way along. And then a second time. And that'll give our workers plenty of stuff to do. I mean, we have a lot of workers available now because all our soldiers died. Is there anything else that's burned down? Oh, there was a couple of farms and things. There's one here. Food, farm, plonk. And then over here as well, we lost a couple. Plonk, boop, plonk. Food should be doing fine at the moment. Still losing plenty to exposure, which suggests that our supplies are fine. We can no longer trust the overall numbers to tell us the truth, but we can still trust the loss to exposure thing to tell us how much crop isn't needed. And just is left sat in the fields because there's no other use for it. So we can continue to expand, I think. I mean, at the moment, we're definitely not eating as much as we can because we've got houses burning down all the time. But what we'll do is we'll build one more house here. We are going to have to start worrying about having more people working on defenses. We're going to want to add a couple of ballista towers in around the place to help next time the Vikings try attacking a less defended part of the wall. We want to make sure there isn't a less defended part of the wall for them to attack. Yeah, let's get fast forwarding and then our workers can get on with all that. Still people free even with all this stuff going on. What I'll do is plonk a pier here, and then the boats can't get in through this way anymore. It might slow down the enemy advance just a little bit. Not much. How's recruitment going? Halfway there. We have our first general. He's gone over there. In front of the Great Hall. Good place to be. The second one. We'll just hire the third one as well. It doesn't take that long for the bar to fill. There we go. And another one. He's gone off that way too. To the same square. That's not a good way of doing it. Let's move these both out of the way, and then the third guy will go there. Progress being made. At least we have all the armaments in place now, so it's just a case of waiting for the people to turn up to be trained. I do wish they turned up quicker. At the moment, it seems like as soon as they train someone, they then request the next person, but that person could be on the other side of the kingdom, so it takes a while for everything to get through. I wish they just requested the 16 people at once. They all turned up, and then they all got trained one after another. And you'll be able to raise an army a lot quicker. There we go, this is looking a lot better now. Get back to fast forwarding. I'm sure this dragon will be fine. And another skull to our great keep once it's down. Yep, shouldn't be able to escape even if it just flies straight out. But it's decided to stop, so even more time to shoot the thing. And it's trying to escape, and... oh no, it's not. It decided to stop setting things on fire, but then it decided not to actually leave yet. Ah, well. Got him anyway. Unfortunately, we're going to have to cart the skull quite a long way to get to the keep. Or maybe it'll be like in Pacific Rim, where all the locals just tear the thing apart and hide bits of it and then sell them at a black market. Loads of dragon bits used to cure all ailments, I've heard. Was it dragon fat is good for the skin? I wish I could remember more of the song. Right, let's get this bit of the wall sorted. And I think we can safely remove this stuff because we just had a Viking attack. They usually like to attack about once per episode. So we should be okay with this one, but then they attacked fairly early on, so maybe we'll get another one at the very end of the episode or something like that. Let's clear all this away, get loads of spare stone and stuff, hopefully. I hope that's how this works. Otherwise, this is a real waste of materials to shift the wall one square to the side. Well, it gives people a nice new walkway to use to get from A to B, you know? Better than the wooden bridge we had before. Probably. Hard to tell how walking speed and stuff works in this game sometimes. Right, now that that's all done, what we'll do is start sorting out some extra defenses. So, more towers every now and then. Not all the time, but how to do the corners. I want them to look nice. Oh, fire's claimed a farm. Where's that happened? Oh, it's over here again. There's a well over there. It's not that far away. Right. Clear it away. Wait for trees to grow in it while I'm trying to put things back. I'm sure that'll happen. Whoops. I said food, windmill. Oh, there we go. Because I got the button wrong for rotating and now it's too late. The tree planter has arrived and ruined everything. Chop the trees. You ready with the... Well, we'll do the farm first because I think that'll be ready sooner. There that goes. And the windmill. Wait a few seconds. There it is. And fire's claimed an orchard. Over here. Endless fire. Wells everywhere. Doesn't matter. And we'll rebuild that. Plonk. That's lined up with the other one. That's all fine. Okay. So... back to this stuff over here. So the towers are built. And now, unfortunately, we're going to have to commit a lot of our spare people to defending the wall. Also, is this all done? 15 soldiers! I swear, every time you train a batch of soldiers, one of them disappears. Right, we'll train another 17 then, and we'll see if we have 32 at the end of it. It's going to get through quite a lot of our spare people, but we have to commit some more to the defenses if we want to make sure that I keep... Right, so because I've been playing Cosmoteer, the rotate button is the cancel button in Kingdoms and Castles, so this is just driving me nuts here. It's middle mouse to rotate in Kingdoms and Castles, that's all I have to remember. And we'll just build ballistas all along here, and it's very expensive in terms of people. It's 16 people gone, and that's 1/4 of our walls, if that. And we need them along here as well, really. Maybe one here, and then one here. Could do with more here, but I'm sure it'll be okay. I'm sure it will possibly go wrong and teach me yet another lesson about not properly defending my walls. And then another... Whoops. Again. Rotate buttons. One there. One there. That's all good. How's the food doing? We're losing insane amounts to exposure. I think we can just keep building more houses as it is right now, which is great because more people is what we always need. How's the training going? It sounds like it's going pretty quick. Yep, most of the way there. Very close to having our main army ready once again. Hopefully in time for the next Viking attack. Right, we've got so many people free right now that we're not giving any jobs. Let's do something about that. Let's expand this down here. And then start filling things in around here as well. And that's everyone, and all our wood as well. Not all our stone, but again, we're struggling a bit more with wood nowadays. We may have brought the training to a halt, because now everyone is working on the construction, and no one is free to become a soldier. So, oops. Especially when there's only... There we go, only 3 left to be trained. Yeah, at some point it just occasionally deletes one. I don't know what is going on with that. How that works. But about 1 in every 16 just disappears. I should order a baker's dozen. I should just train an extra bunch of troops. But then, of course, what would happen then is I'd have too many, and then I won't be able to put 16 on an army. I'd have one poor guy, all on his own, stood next to the rest of the army, get murdered immediately. Wouldn't be fair. Oh, bakery's on fire. And it set the tower on fire. Oh, no. People running out into the sea to get water. I should really have a well around here. Sort of forgot about that. It'd be easier than jumping into the actual sea to get the water. There we go. Let's have a look around and just see if we've got everything covered with wells. A bit of a gap back here. Oh, there is one there. It's the piers, though. The piers are the problem because you can't see the ranges of the wells when you're on piers. Might want one around here. There is one there, and then one there. So they should be enough. Meanwhile, outside, we even have coverage sort of there after fixing the issues we had last time. So I think at the moment we are... Ooh, yeah, there's a bit of a... Fine, now we'll just plonk one there. Oh, is there a tree? There's a single tree. Or not. It's currently being chopped. There's a guy just sat there. What's he doing? He's just sitting there reserving the space so I can't build a well and I can't chop down the tree. Well, that's rubbish. It's Levi Draper. There's like a million of those guys. He's 53 years old, he's eager to sleep, and he's a Grandmaster Stonecutter, Archer, and Stonecutter again. And he's a Woodcutter. I guess he's not good at his job, he's just sat there not cutting trees. Ah, fine, we'll leave it. Hopefully there's no fire over there, though there is a forest, and it's surrounded by wooden buildings, so I'm just gonna hope. I mean, eventually it'll die, it'll come up in the corner. Apparently when it announces someone dying, like, multiple people will go, not just one. So, maybe because we've got so many people, when someone dies, all of the people of that same name die. Or something a bit weird like that. Right, we got people spare again? Yes, we have. They finished all the work. Let us continue ordering. That's not up here. More of these. On the outside, perhaps. And that's not everyone working. We're at a stone now, so maybe more stone cutters are needed. Not that there's many more we can build. It's again the situation, though, of all the stone is just sat here not being claimed because the workers for these aren't doing anything. Is that a dragon? Sounds like a dragon to me. Here he is. Let's see how he fares. For a second there, I thought 1,000 arrows are raining down on him, but no, it's actual rain raining on him. So that's fine. And that'll stop him setting things on fire. Except rain seems to have nothing to do with fire in this game. Oh, he's getting away! Oh, we got him! Just managed to get him with the last couple of towers. He tried to make a break for it at exactly the right time. Just as he was right outside the walls. Wow, this wall of people coming here from building the piers. Yeah, they don't have a very good way of getting there right now. I mean, they could use this, but apparently they prefer to just go outside the walls and traipse through fields. Oh, it's because getting to that bridge is awkward. You gotta traipse through an orchard to get to it. It's a bit crap. Maybe we should do something about that. There's nowhere for this road to go, though. We could connect things up back here, maybe. Nah, whatever. They'll get there one way or another. Let's build a couple more. That's not a pier. I keep missing the pier button. There it is. Should we order more there? Or should we focus on inside and... Yeah, we'll focus on in here so we can get more houses. Continue to expand, get more population. All that stuff. More population, more builders, more workers, more construction. Always accelerating. We've got to get to that 1,000. Ooh, we're at year 600 now. We're getting more than one person a year. I mean, I could definitely expand quicker in this game than I have, but I like sort of messing around and tweaking stuff and looking at how things progress, and I'm not particularly bothered about expanding super fast. Still losing a bunch of food to exposure, so that's all fine, so we can keep building houses. As I can tell, yep, food looks fine. Numbers aren't changing. Don't know what to do about these roads. I would sort of like to put a road across here, and then build a new block here, and then a central block here, and then a new block here, then again. Not really. I'd have to demolish a lot of stuff over here for that. It would take up this much space. It would connect it with this road, so it would actually be quite neat. So that's not too terrible. We'd have to move this hospital. I don't know where we'd move it to. I mean, we've got some new space back here available now, so I guess we could do something like that. Just nestle it in here or whatever. Or stick it up here. There's a lot of space over here that I haven't filled yet. I'm actually going to demolish this. I'm going to rebuild it over here in this corner. And then we will build ourselves a hospital over here. Just to make good use of the space that's otherwise useless. And then I can consider getting rid of this one without everyone dying horrifically. Could also do a bit of rearranging over here. There's a bit of space I can nestle a hospital in here that wouldn't cause any trouble for anybody. I'd have to move that granary, but I could put more over here now that I'm expanding out in this direction. That could definitely work. No one's free right now, but, well, it's because of all the training. Do we have our 32 men? We have 30 men. Where are they going? What is happening to them? Are they dying of old age? Are the soldiers dying of old age? Is that what's happening here? And until they're actually assigned to a soldier, they can, a general, they can just die while they're stood there waiting to be assigned? Because that's just a pain. Let's send our guy there ready. Final guy has arrived. 32 soldiers. Recruit. And then make your way to the gates. And we will soon have more generals join you with their own forces. Simon Sams, 48 years old, wonders if ghosts are real, has no expertise in anything. Has he worked here all his life? And there's no expertise thing for this? Could be that. There we go. Oh, something just burned down. And the game hasn't told me about it. So I'll have to find it myself. Look around. Let's check over here. Another charcoal maker's burning down. Is it a house? I bet it's a house. Oh no, all the houses are intact. I definitely heard something burning down. I'm sure you've all seen it. That is the way these things work. The viewers will always see it before the YouTuber. And so, if you have spotted it, you'll have to tell me about it next episode. Is it a tower? I wasn't looking at the towers. They like to burn down fairly often. No, I'm not seeing it. Maybe I've just gone mad. Ah, well. Right, we'll continue ordering things along here. We suddenly have 70 people free again because I keep ordering things in waves, so they keep finishing them in waves. Add a stone again. The more often I order the construction, the quicker our stone supply should be, because it'll free up the storage space for the quarries to be emptied. So I should make sure to keep ordering as soon as I can. More construction appears and things. It becomes annoying because I sit here waiting for the number to tick up to 50. Which takes like half a year in terms of the game's time. We'll order this last one and then we'll have our first trip that we can start building houses on. There we go. See, at some point I think I'll in fact, let's just get rid of this tower here. These towers on the inside really don't matter. I mean, dragons are a thing, but this tower should be able to deal with them. And then we'll make a little road connecting these. Help people get around just that little bit quicker. And at some point, this is somewhere down to, like, I don't know exactly how far down it'll go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it'll be to here, so it's not perfect. But we'll have a nice new city block here, full of houses. We'll get rid of all the old houses over here. And it might get us up to, it should definitely get us up to 1,000 population, I should think. Because what are these? These are 25 each. So each one of these is 125, 250. So this is 500 right here. If we build another one of these blocks over here, that's 1,000, not counting any extra houses I still have around the place. So we should hopefully be at 1,000 relatively soon. Probably not next episode, because it's going to take a while to build up all these. And also our workforce is constantly being depleted to resupply our military. But we will get there. We will get to that 1,000. And oh, we have our 16 soldiers. Recruit before any of them die. Make your way to the front gate. The final general can get in position. And we will train another 16 soldiers. We will be back up to... I've trained too many. Oh, you have to cancel the whole thing? You can't just take away one? There we go. 16 more soldiers. Then our military will be back up to full speed, full numbers. And we'll continue building more houses so we can get more workers working on all the piers and so on and so forth. And with that, I shall say goodbye. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.